Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I want to talk about the new event quest in preparation for the next update. Now, again, some of this stuff will be speculation, so I just want you to keep that in mind. These ideas are my own, but not necessarily fact. But there's very little speculation in this video, and it's more about discussing the event quest and then some additional tips I have for you to plan ahead for this update so that you can be ahead of other players who are just kind of playing casually or playing normally in anticipation of new X-Men characters. And this is in addition to the tips I gave you in yesterday's video, not the same ones. So if you haven't already checked that video out, you should probably go ahead and do that. Now, this is the splash page that they have for the event quest when you log into the game. You're going to collect tokens as we do in all of the pre-update event quests, and you'll be able to exchange them for a new X-Men character and Cyclops. So Cyclops is going to be one of the two characters that you can choose, and another X-Men is going to be in that list. So we're not really sure which character it's going to be. Of course, we know Archangel is coming, but who else could be? Although he's kind of a long shot, Havoc is a possibility. I mentioned him in yesterday's video. He is Scott Summers, Cyclops' brother, and he also has been a part of X Factor. So that is probably the best bet in terms of my guess or my speculation goes. But what can we expect aside from Havoc? And I want to get in now to the details about the event quest and what you can do to put yourself ahead of everybody else. Let's check out the event quest itself. The actual different things that you need to do are not that difficult. It's 5 timeline battle participations. You don't have to win. It is 1 card upgrade, 5 special missions, 7 quests, which is the last thing that you do every day for it, 5 dimension rifts, 1 alliance battle with a very talkative cat, 1 ISO 8 enhancement, and 10 story mission clears. So the interesting thing here that a lot of people have pointed out is you get different items like energy or clear tickets or whatever from doing this. You get some Mcron crystals or shards, but you don't actually get any tokens until you complete all of the different kind of smaller daily quests. So that is interesting because even if you miss one, you're essentially missing out on the entire day's worth of tokens. So that's a pretty important fact. In total, with 7 days and 80 tokens, you're gonna get, if you math is as good as mine, 560 tokens. So that's how much you can expect to get. Hopefully we'll end up spending, my guess is about 500 tokens on a new character in 100 bio or 100 token increments, and then have the last 60 for something else. But aside from Havoc and aside from these tokens, what are some other things that you can do to get yourself ready for the update? Of course, you obviously want to do all of these things and you want to collect the tokens every day. I'm still about halfway done, a little bit less than halfway, so I do have a little bit of catching up to do before this resets for the day. A couple of other things that I'm doing in addition to the stuff I talked about already. Definitely want to get this limited event quest done because these items will come in handy. This one probably not so much, but it's still good to have. One thing you can do is stocking up on the lab antimatter. From the lab, you can also purchase, and you should purchase, as many obelisks as you can. 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star will appear in the item shop, so you want to purchase those as much as you can. It's probably a good idea as well to save your antimatter. You may be saving it to then spend it on the gene selector, the processor, which is unfortunate, but you might end up spending it or saving it to spend it on one of these 3 items. Depending on how developed your processor is, you might need a bunch of Phoenix feathers in a hurry to max out one of the new X-Men or one of the new mutants that comes out. In addition to doing that, the reason why I told you to buy as many obelisks as you can, and the same goes for donating to your alliance and then purchasing the 1 custom gear chest per day, is that you can bank 5-star obelisks in anticipation of this update. Now, if you have a lot of inventory space, you may be able to bank 4-star or even 3-star obelisks, but my inventory is pretty full, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But I'm going to be trying to bank as many different 4-star obelisks as I can. I'm mainly going to focus on the ones that I think are the best: guard break immunity, max HP. I might roll a few cold damage ones as well in anticipation of someone like Iceman. I already do have one here that I've contemplated giving to Luna Snow, but I haven't yet. While this may be a bit of a risky move because If you're wrong about what the characters need, you might be scrambling to reroll for another obelisk, but it's really not that bad, because if you get 4-star or you get 5-star obelisks and they're still all wrong, let's say you need fire damage for a new character. I don't know which character it would be, but just hypothetically, if it comes out that a new character desperately needs fire damage and they're a very good character, you could just roll up one obelisk with fire damage and use all of those excess 5-stars to re-roll that fire obelisk very quickly up to 6 stars. Let's say, for example, because one 5-star obelisk requires 4 other 5-star obelisks to get to 6 stars. So you're probably not going to be able to save up or bank up much more than, let's say, 4 or 8 5-star obelisks. So you could be looking at potentially 2 or 3 really promising rerolls on an obelisk as soon as the update drops, so you could have a character preset ready to go. Of course, this does assume that you're not already rolling in CTPs from having blown tons of crystals. For those of you that have done that and have that opportunity, great. Recently I did unequip my CTP of energy on one of my characters to make room, so that's why I have one in my inventory. I did not get another one. What I did was, and I did this off stream, I did this in my own time, I unequipped Luna Snow's obelisk altogether, which was my CTP of destruction. I still haven't given her another one. I'm not sure what I want to give her. I kind of want to give her that guard break 4-second invincibility, but I kind of want to give her a damage proc for Shadowland, especially the speed run. And then I gave that CTP of destruction to Nova. It did impact his score a little bit, but it also makes him a much more powerful character for PvP content. Hopefully that will be one of the reworked game modes, whether it's Alliance Conquest or Alliance Tournament, and it will make PvP a more meaningful space, because I would love to dominate with my Nova, with my CTP of destruction, if that is at all possible. I'm looking at you, Netmarble. We need some upgrades in the game mode department if you haven't caught the million PSAs that we've given out and that I've hand-delivered to your offices. In addition to the obelisks and in addition to the antimatter from the lab that you want to bank up and finish the event quests, the last thing that I've been doing, and I still haven't done it yet today, but I did it yesterday, is playing Cyclops' mission. I know it sounds a bit weird, but I've been playing his mission to accrue additional biometrics for him. On the one hand, it's good even if you already have the character at tier 2, because if you don't have his uniform at Mythic, you can start developing that. In the off chance that he gets another uniform, although very unlikely, you would be able to start ranking that one up faster as well. In addition, who knows, maybe you'll need Cyclops' biometrics or something else. It's probably, to the best of my knowledge, never been done before where they've allowed you to trade in character bios for another, but who knows where Netmarble is going to take this one. Additionally, you'll be able to get Kraken Shards. I don't know what this kitty needs, but you'll be able to get Kraken Shards from the tracking mission. So if you're like me and you're not at the cap yet, especially with more mutants incoming, it would be a great time now more than ever to start, gaining these and building them up. I don't really see the possibility of Rogue, Beast, or Storm being featured in this update, aside from Cyclops, because he is the front and center poster boy for that splash page. The only one that I could possibly see being featured, because she lacks a uniform currently, is Storm. So if you want it to be extra safe, and if you had a ton of additional energy lying around, you could go ahead and do the same thing that I'm doing for Cyclops, and that I recommend for Cyclops, for someone like Storm. Finally, I wanted to leave you guys with a thought about the boost point subscription. I have now finished it. I don't really want to make a full video about it because it just doesn't warrant enough. I didn't take very detailed statistics on all the extra items I got from it, and it's kind of hard to calculate all of the additional gold that I got. There's a lot of math involved. You guys know I'm not very good at that. I think the cat got some piece of paper. Anyways, but I do notice the difference in my energy levels, and I did notice that when I had the boost point subscription, I had a lot of excess energy, and even though I would log in multiple times per day, I would find myself at the end of the day with 300 or 400 extra energy. This was both positive and negative. The cat's distracting me. It was positive because I had lots of extra energy. I could farm a lot of extra dimension rifts for uniform upgrade kits, so I racked up like close to 1,000. I farmed like almost 100 in one day, and I was also able to farm a lot of extra Uru. The downside was clear tickets. I was actually bleeding clear tickets. I was down to about 1100 clear tickets when I stopped doing that, and I started just manually farming missions, especially special missions, just clicking and clicking and clicking and not clear ticketing them. So keep that in mind. It's kind of a weird thing. There's definitely an energy bonus and there's a benefit to picking up the boost subscription if you're thinking about purchasing it. But if you're someone who struggles to maintain their clear ticket reserve, it might not be a good purchase for you. And I don't think that was ever, I didn't consider it at the time that it would have been a reason to not recommend the daily boost point subscription, but it now dawned on me that that was probably a big reason why. You know, I didn't want to go to sleep sitting on 300 energy, so I decided to burn it all getting Uru, and you know it's 2 clear tickets for every 1 mission, so I was burning through close to 100 clear tickets in like 5 minutes, just, you know, burning all that excess energy as the cat is burning his excess energy. So let me know what you guys think of the event quest. Let me know what you think of my brief speculation on Havoc specifically, and then my 3.5 to 4 tips for the pre-event stuff and the boost point subscription. Subscribe if you enjoyed the content, you love the X-Men, and you want to support me. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.